Welcome back to my Hidden Gem series, where I visit parks that either don't have a broad coaster lineup or aren't spotlighted as much as conventional chain parks. This time, we'll take a look at the only roller coaster off the shoreline of the Gulf of Mexico, Iron Shark. I'm Avery, and this is United Coasters. Located at Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier in Galveston, Texas, stands the Only Gerstlauer Eurofighter in the Lone Star State. Iron Shark takes up a small footprint and sits mostly on the pier with a track length of just under 1,200 feet or 380 meters. Despite its size, it boasts some pretty impressive elements. Opening in June 2012, Iron Shark held the record for the steepest drop on a roller coaster in the entire state of Texas. That was until a decade later when Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger at Six Flags Fiesta Texas tied it to an insane 95 degrees. Before we get into the elements and layout of Iron Shark, let's talk about the history of the pier for a bit. Before a 2009 revival, Galveston Pier and the property surrounding it was severely damaged by both Hurricane Carla and Hurricane Ike in 1961 and 2008 respectively. After the flagship hotel closed due to hurricane damages, Landry's Incorporated started renovations to create the pier as we see it today, including the iconic Iron Shark. This coaster is situated towards the middle left side of the pier and actually hangs off the pier on its brake run section. This Gerstlauer Eurofighter is the original 380 model, coined from its track length. In fact, this is the original design created for Galveston Pier and has since been cloned at Six Flags Darien Lake as Tantrum in New York and Parc de la Cafe as Crater in Colombia. Upon entering the queue line, you walk directly under the first drop and the ride's 3 inversions to get to the station. It's there where you get a good look at the trains. When I was there, they ran 2 trains for Iron Shark and had 2 rows of 4-cross seating, making it 8 riders per train. Theming wise, the train resembles that of a great white shark brandishing its teeth on the front of the ride vehicle. And other than the auto spill, that's about as much theming this coaster gets. After pulling out of the station, you go up a 90-degree vertical lift hill that raises you up to the max height of 100 feet or 30 meters. Upon reaching that max height, your view is encompassed by the 200-foot tall Skyflyer and the stunning view of Galveston Bay. You won't get that much time to take in the scenery, however, because instead of most modern Eurofighter coasters, there's no holding brake at the top. That means you instantly start plunging down that 97-foot drop at a top speed of 52 miles per hour. Not forgetting to mention that you're starting the drop at a gut-wrenching 95-degree angle, which almost throws you out of your seat with a fierce moment of ejector airtime. You bottom out of that first drop to undergo the first inversion, an Immelman. When I rode this, the negative G-forces were pulling me into my seat the entire rise out of that element. You then level out to undergo a tight sort of dive loop to the right, which immediately bottoms out into an S-hill, popping you up into the left. And this S-hill is so underrated because the amount of airtime I got on this ride was super surprising. And I personally got launched out of my seat on that sort of twisted hop. You barely have time to catch your breath as the coaster rises up to the left to do a cutback that has you going upside down during the apex. Upon leaving that element, you get sent into the final inversion, an incline loop that gives off a great mix of vertical and lateral forces on your body. After the loop, you take an impressive pop of airtime into the brake run that hangs off the pier and return to the station. Overall, I was really surprised about the amount of genuine excitement I got on Iron Shark. When it comes to seat selection, I recommend sitting in the front right side of the coaster. That way, not only do you get an unobstructed view before the first drop, but you also can see the waves underneath you as you're waiting to get back into the station. This 1-minute long coaster is so densely packed into the area of Galveston Pier that they had to put the brake run on the edge of the actual pier. Its small footprint made this coaster only 65 feet or 20 meters wide. So when Iron Shark runs multiple trains, you are essentially being held over the pier with only the water below. Because of its capacity and that it's the pier's only roller coaster, I heard that the wait times of Iron Shark can get pretty lengthy. I rode this late August in 2022, so there wasn't a line at all. So with that considered, I'd say it's probably best to ride this when the pier opens or on the odd days in the summer. Going back to the coaster on a whole, Iron Shark does make a statement in terms of presentation and color. The coaster is the most eye-catching attraction when viewed against the otherwise flat shoreline. Its gray and light blue paint scheme allows it to blend in perfectly with the ocean view, but it can also be seen for miles on a clear day. In terms of rarity, I would have to say Iron Shark sits at a solid 5. My reasoning is almost similar to my other hidden gem video I did for Boardwalk Bullet, as it's far away from major chain parks in Texas, although it does rank higher considering it's not that far from a drive from Kimmel Boardwalk, and it's the only Eurofighter model in the state of Texas. Galveston Beach can also be considered a destination for a vacation. And for a coaster enthusiast like myself, riding a roller coaster while also enjoying a day at the beach would be a no-brainer. Given that a single ride only costs $7.50 and an all-day pass is currently less than $30, which includes Iron Shark and the other attractions at Galveston Pleasure Pier, I believe that the price is quite reasonable. Iron Shark is the first Gerstlauer Eurofighter that I've been on and is jam-packed with fun elements from beginning to end. If you've ridden Iron Shark before or plan to ride it after watching this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Honestly, I love reading your stories about rides and roller coasters or just general insights. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, as I plan to make more videos soon about some recent parks that I visited. And if you want to see more of my hidden gems videos, all you have to do is click the card above or go into my description where I have a playlist of all the videos I've made so far on this series. Finally, I just want to say thank you for watching, and remember to stay united.